Good morning. Welcome to Exercise Prairie Sailor, a regional small boat exercise hosted by HMCS Chippewa in Winnipeg, Manitoba. We've got our crews here doing their pre-sail checks. We're about to hit the Red and Assiniboine rivers in downtown Winnipeg and enjoy some training on this beautiful day. Let's get into it. So all the footage you just saw was from day 2 of the exercise. I actually wasn't here on day 1. I was in Vancouver for a close friend's wedding. He's actually a member of the Naval Reserve as well, and the wedding took place at HMCS Discovery, located on Dead Man's Island in the beautiful Stanley Park. It was just an amazing location, but it did rain on the wedding day, so they weren't quite as lucky with the weather in Vancouver as we were here in Winnipeg this weekend. Because I wasn't here, I handed the vlog off to Master Sailor John Milanese, who captured some of what was going on day 1. So take it away, John.
I'm Master Sailor Milanese, and I'm a member with Her Majesty's Canadian ship Chippewa, based here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. And this week, I'll be taking you on a tour of our unit's annual Prairie Sailor training exercise.
You'll be given an envelope with a scenario in it, in both ICs. None of these scenarios are anything that you haven't seen before. Okay, so drive the scenario like Lieutenant Red said. Okay, you get out what you put in. Okay, so work as a team in order to execute that scenario.
What we're going to do is we're going to attach the collar. Again, this is useful if you don't have the board nearby. So I'm just going to go through this first, okay? So what we do is you always have somebody maintaining C-spine. So you want to have somebody, a designated person on the casualty's head, just holding and stabilizing their head and neck, okay? So one person is just doing that. Another person is going to be applying the C-collar.
The person on the head still holding, they can cause some serious injury. So what's kind of happening here is you're going to do a half roll, get the person on their side, wedge the board underneath, and then slowly roll them back onto it.
So we're just outside of the operations center here at Chippewa. Let's go in and have a look at what they're doing in there.
You do have access to the data in real time, but it's not like punching it into to find out what color it is, what color the sails are, what the name is, what the number is that it's registered to. Try to find out who the owner is and how many pers are on board, how many POV.
It would be sectioning off the resources by grid and deploying all the resources. So this,
So you will still develop your own search to work on, and you will still police, firefighters, paramedics in your unit here. Those are the people you're going to want as bowsmen.
So it's lunchtime right now, so why don't we head over to the galley to see what's cooking?
Yeah, so
No, I'm good. We're down here on the Taché jetty. Let's have a sneak peek at what our boat operators are doing. Stand by to dive! Dive!
He was definitely going down, so we got lucky and to shine the reflection off his face was enough for us to find him and drag him into the boat. This truck is parked for 4 to 5 minutes.
It'll turn off to see for environmental impact.
So as you can see, we are not just pleasure cruising on the river all day, there's quite a bit going on. When I first joined Chippewa, our annual fall small boat exercise was called Exercise Stone Viking, and it took place in Gimli, Manitoba. After a few years conducting the exercise in Gimli, Manitoba on Lake Winnipeg, we moved over to Falcon Lake, Manitoba in the Whiteshell Provincial Park. We set up those big green Army modular tents in the parking lot of the Falcon Trail Ski Resort. We did our boat training on the lake during the day. We had a full field kitchen preparing all our meals. We basically played Army for the weekend, and it was really fun. We even had members of the band who brought instruments and sang songs around the fire at night and put on concerts. I have really good memories of those times. So for the last 5 or 6 years, the exercise has been hosted right here in the unit at HMCS Chippewa. And although it's not quite as much fun as camping out at the lake, it does have more training value. The whole point of the exercise now is to prove the capability of using Chippewa as an operations center for domestic operations and emergency response. So we're able to host sailors from across the region coming into our unit. We have cots set up in classrooms so they have a place to stay. We have our galley working around the clock to feed everybody. The galley is a kitchen on a ship, and we pretend that our building is a ship. We call it a stone frigate. We have all of our boats and trailers in good working condition and enough boat coxswains that we can have 6 or 7 boats on the water at a time. We have our dive team in the water. We have all the communications equipment and leadership that we need to keep it all organized and everybody working together. I think it's pretty impressive that a part-time organization that just works on evenings and weekends can throw together something like this successfully. Part of it is that we all pitch in. For example, I'm a musician and I have my trailer towing license so that I can haul our gear to and from concerts. And when we're short on drivers, I'm driving the truck, launching and recovering boats all day to help out. We are all sailors first. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll close it out with a little bit more action from the weekend. Make sure to subscribe and like if we earned it, and I'll catch you on the next one.